to set up the camera. Going back there again. What are you getting antsy for? Here, do you want this? See her. Oops. You want to come back up here for that? Ready? Breathe. Nice. Can't reach your face like that. Trying to get an angle on that. Yeah. She does a lot of communicating with eye contact now. There are times that I'll prompt her, but there's a lot of times that I'm just going to let her kind of process what she needs to process for a minute, and looks slower, but it actually does end up going a lot faster. Ready? We start. So just making some pet noises. Just adding a new cue, so that's the first time she heard that, so she didn't know what she was consenting to. And there's some kids outside the car. We just have both doors open at the moment. Start. Didn't quite touch that, so I'm just going to leave my hand here for a sec. Any sort of start button. We just want to make sure she knows what she's consenting to. So I'm actually a little, actually I'm not really surprised. So when I said we start and then offered my hand, I think she wasn't registering the verbal cue as much as the presentation of my hand. So that was likely her consenting to having the door closed, because that's just what the hand target has meant so far. So I have been using a verbal cue. I'm just popping in a new one for, I'm going to try to layer the starting the car and driving as two parts of the same thing, though sometimes it's hard to know what they're perceiving. Start. Okay, nice. So here I'm starting with the door open still. To actually start like going somewhere, then obviously wouldn't want the door open. But I'm just starting with the door open because it gives her opportunity to leave if she needs to, when obviously it's safe to do so. Door. Master door on that one. For my door, I don't really have a distinction between the two doors. I think what I would likely do for the two doors, which I haven't done yet, would be letting her know what direction I'm moving to close it, especially if I'm going to close the one on her side, because there's a lot of pressure to lean over her for that. Door. Got like, I was a little startled there, but I can't get the camera angle any lower for that. But I like that she didn't stand up or jump out. So far, I don't think she's jumped out the door when I've been in here, maybe once. Let me turn the camera. going to do some other parts of moving before actually moving, like the handbrake, and then just shifting gears, which I will do minimally. I don't think it's good to shift gears 100 times in a row. I don't actually know, but I won't break the car. Start. There you go. That was nice. There's actually quite a bit of movement with the pulling the handbrake. I was not expecting that. I think it surprised me more than her. Okay, breathe. Nice. Start. Putting the handbrake back on. Is that noise? Okay. Start. Surprisingly enthusiastic consent to this. Kind of see the difference in her bop. She doesn't need a long break in between either. She is spending a lot of time looking out the door, so I'm not sure if closing that door is going to make a big difference. Just for visuals. Door. That's just reaching towards the door to touch it, just to let her know what door I'm aiming for, because when she's closed all the way in, her opinion on this might change a little bit. Okay. Door. Oh, it's her going, no thank you. Sorry, you can't quite see her face. Oh, that works. Breathe. One, 2, 3. Breathe. A bit of a foot sniff, but we'll take it. Start. I actually meant to say door, but keep my promises when I'm using the wrong cue. Nice. Oops. Okay. Door. Make sure I didn't slam her feet, and that it's a little hard to close the door from the wrong side of the car. And when I'm opening it, I'm not asking how she feels about it, because I would expect that opening the door is going to provide much better feelings than closing the door. Okay. Door. She's just kind of lift my elbow there. There you go. So this sort of, notice she's been doing a lot of that. I'm not sure if that's kind of a part of when she starts to get a little bit upset in this context. Oh, nice little shake off. But sometimes she uses that snuff as part of her take a breath. But sometimes a snuff, if it's not deliberate, is more of a stress signal. I mean, the door opened again. Oh, that's a bit awkward. But I like that she's not jumping out. Breathe. Yeah. Oops. Sorry, that wasn't my fault, Willow. It's just how doors work. Breathe. Nurture, walk over there. Turn that back on. Breathe. It's a bit louder with the air on, but it's getting toasty. Breathe. I'm picking up the leash to stop her there. I was just picking it up if she was going to jump out. I didn't want that to get stuck on anything. 1, 2, 3, breathe. Start. Not get chicken on the seats. Keep it on the mat so she's circling around a little bit. She's at this kind of funny point that she can't quite tolerate the door being closed, but she's doing really well with the car being put. It's not put into gear, but it's making a similar noise and a similar movement when I adjust the handbrake. Breathe. Start. Yes, good. Right, so I'm just going to leave the handbrake off because I'm just going to change the gears. So, just do a little breath first. 1, 2, 3, breathe. Start. That was shifting from park to reverse and then back to park again. So a little bit more alert. There's a bit more of a probably noise because the door is open. When I put it back into park, it made like a little thunk noise. I'm not sure how much is audible on the camera. It's a little bit different than the handbrake. Breathe. Just going to go out to the door on the next one. She needs a second. Door. Chicken delay on that one. Okay, breathe. Breathe. Combining door close plus gears is a little bit like picking up your keys just before a departure trial. So there's, I'm going to see how she feels about it because the she can tell me how she feels about it. If she does that standing up looking out the window, then that gives me pause. Or when she's going in the back. Let's get out this up again. You good? Come back up here. Okay. I'm gonna pause this just because it's a very long video. Alright, so back to door closed, and gonna add the start button for putting the car in gear. Don't going anywhere just yet. Also, trash bins in front of me. I know it's a new bag and it's cold. I thought it was gonna melt by now. Can you eat that? Your delicate mouth. Ready? You can kind of see when that starts. That is about the door being shut. That's kind of the biggest variable. Making sure there's stuff that's not helpful. Hold on, hold on. This is going to close on your head. There we go. She dealt very well with me stopping her from getting out. I think she was kind of slithering out, and I could see the door start to move, which is not helpful. Yeah, don't bother. That's not helpful. Breathe. Go after chipmunks, huh? Door. You good? I don't think closed is a pretty big deal for her. Her head's kind of cut off, but she's just looking straight down to the ground. So I'm not sure if there's... I don't think there's anything there. I think it's just her observing the world. But I was about to ask her about the door, but she's just turned her head away and just checking stuff outside, so I'm just gonna let her look at that first. Ready? Door. I like that she is coming back to offering that target around start button for the door very, very quickly. I think this is something that she would have a harder time recovering from. Like even yesterday when she started to move around the car, she had a harder time coming back from that.